there, welcome today. This is Michelle from Chic Crown Crafts, and I have two folios that I made from the Nick the Booksmith. She had a teachable class on how to make these, and I made two of them over the weekend. The first one is for me, and this one is for a friend. So if you're seeing this, she's already received it. No spoilers, I don't want to give it away. And they're pretty much the same thing. They have matching spines, and I did closures a little bit differently on them. They're about 4 3/4 by 8 1/2 this way, and their spines are about 1 1/2 or 1 3/4 inches. This is really cool. This is actually Tyvek that I used. I colored it once with a brown color paint and then went back over it with the black and got this amazing color, which I really love. And so let me get started. I am going to let you know that for this one, I actually have already started using it. I was so excited when I got this. I couldn't wait to start using it, so I did. So basically what this is a very Tim Holtz heavy paper and embellishments journal, or actually folio I should say. So this is a Tim Holtz plate, and these are the Tim Holtz corners. This paper is from one of his paper packs. I believe it's a Roses paper pack. So that's the front and that's the back, and this was actually all one piece of paper, believe it or not. They don't quite look the same, but this was all one piece of paper, and this was on the wrong side, so when I cut it in half it worked out perfectly. And then I made this out of the same cardstock that I made the covers out of, and then I just put a brad through that. And so let's get started. So what I love about this folio is right away in the beginning is there's this great pocket for pencils. So I put that pocket there, and then I just threw a couple of things in here just so I had some stuff. This is actually from one of Nick's other things, and just a piece of paper that's lined, and then this was a scrap piece of the paper which I can't get out now, and I'm not going to worry about it. Then I have two Traveler's Notebook size notebooks that are in here. And so we'll just flip through those real quickly as well. Journal, this is actually again a printout from Nick the Booksmith. This is Tim Holtz paper, and this is very heavy coffee dyed paper, as you can see. So on the inside, this is again the Tim Holtz papers from that exact same kit. This is some of he's come out with already pre-printed stickers that work, which is great. And then I've got a couple of extra pieces in here that were from the paper pack. And then this is where I actually started journaling already. So this says challenge the world, and I've already started thinking, and I drew a little flower here. This is the Tim Holtz washi that also goes with this paper pack. So some pages I left really blank. Ledger paper, more coffee dyed paper. This is a flip out over here, so this flips out and then flips back, and this has the washi as well. I just paper clipped, again, this is paper from Nick the Booksmith that I printed out on copy stain paper. This is from a page from a really cool old secretary's book that I found at a local thrift shop. More coffee dyed paper with more washi. Music paper, I actually scanned this. This is actually from a guitar book that I own. So I scanned it in and printed that on coffee dyed paper, so some other just regular paper. More washi. This is a fold out that I then glued and punched and just put, again, this is from that Tim Holtz collection again. And then this is the center, and it's held in by elastic, as you can see here. So I put elastic in here. It says, "She could believe." That's another Tim Holtz quote. More of that music paper, another flip out. I love that these are all numbers. This is really cool. So washi from Tim Holtz. I went washi heavy on this instead of lace heavy. I kind of wanted to keep this just really simple. Love that washi. Again, oh, I love this. Mr. M. Tibbets is what that says on the paper here. More from Nick the Booksmith. This one says Beauty and Grace underneath this washi. And then this is the end of the first Traveler's Notebook. And then instead of punching holes through the spine, I created these inserts that went in, and I glued those in. Then this is the second one. Again, very similar to the first one, so I'll kind of go quickly. It's got the washi and the ledger paper. This one I didn't do any flip outs in. This is polka dot paper that I made for this, which is fun. More washi, another shopping list. This is 2 pages, so there's actually 2 pages from that book. I tried doing it that way. I'm not sure I like it that way, but you know, give me your opinion. Post something down below. This is the center again, and again, it's held in by elastic. I love that method. It just seems to work better for me. So more of that, washi, stuff pinned in, polka dot paper, more of the washi. And that's about it. And then in the back, I printed a library card to tuck in the back. Then back here, what I did was I printed off a bunch of paper. This actually slides all the way out and all the way back in. So I cut a diagonal piece here that then allowed that to slide in. And then I actually have, this is another pocket flap here, just in case I want to store anything. So that is the first one. And then the second one I did for a friend. Hi, LaQuisha. I hope you're enjoying this. So this is basically the same thing again. I used the exact same templates basically. And this one I wanted to do a more clean look for her. So I didn't do the ties. This one has ribbon. Believe it or not, I get this black grosgrain ribbon from a pizza crust that I buy, and it comes on the packaging. So I save it all, of course, being a good junk journaler. This says Queen. I've known her forever, well over 10 years, and we first met when we were doing pageants. So Queen is for her. And then we open it up, and I love this paper. This is from a Paper Studios pack, and there's actually the paper, and then there's also the cardstock, which is all from that same pack. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. I did a little bit differently this time. So this is where you would put a pen, which I was trying to find. I had a pen. I'm going to grab a toothpick because that's what I can grab really close. But these are open that you could stick a pen or a pencil through. And then there's 2, it's glued in the middle, so there's 2 of them that you could put in there. And this pocket's left open. And then there's 2 Traveler's Notebooks in here, and I did 1 in pink and 1 in blue to kind of go with all of this. So very similar again to the other one. I glued paper to the inside of this one. This has a pocket that says live each day with grace and authenticity. That reminds me so much of her. Again, just extra cardstock that I've put in here. Very washi heavy again. So I did washi on that. And I did 2 different techniques for this paper. This is all avocado pit dyed. So I got this beautiful pink. This is where I just sprayed it, and this is where I actually dipped it in. This is paper again from that paper pack. So more of that. This says, keep moving forward. This is one of my favorite sayings, and I love it. Walt Disney said that. I have a paper bag in the center of this one. So there's a paper bag to stick things. I didn't do a lot of pockets. I wanted to keep this really simple for journeying. A dream is a wish your heart makes. That's from Cinderella. Again, another page from that old book that I love, and she's an English teacher. This is actually, yeah, this is the center, so I did the same thing with the floral, and this is my crown. I do this signature punch in the centers of my signatures. So although this is a Traveler's Notebook, it's the same idea as a signature. And then more of that book page. This says be you bravely. The other part of that paper sack. And then I did a fold out with this paper on this side. And this is actually like a map. I want to say it's probably London. Don't quote me on that. This one says, throw kindness around like confetti. She is a very kind woman. I love her dearly. And in the back of this, I've just tucked another tuck spot and more stuff. Now on to the blue Traveler's Notebook. I have in here, I did several pockets. So there's a couple of different pockets in here. Glued paper to the inside again. This says leave a little sparkle wherever you go, and she definitely does that. So again, washi heavy. This was washi that matches this paper from the Paper Studio. This I simply used blue food coloring, and I love how it ended up looking like clouds, which is really fun. This says, darling, you are a work of art. I just want a reminder of that. This is simply a large note card that I also dyed light blue. Creativity takes courage. We're both very creative. A different color, a different paper sack in the middle of this one. If you're lucky enough to be different, never change. We're both very different. I love that about both of us. Again, a crown in the middle, and this is held in by elastic, as you can see. So she can change these out. So LaQuisha, you may get a few more TNs in the future. This is from that washi tape, and it has things like dream, inspire, all kinds of inspirational stuff. The other half of that paper sack. Always be on lookout for the presence of wonder. She's a school teacher. She definitely needs to keep looking out for that. Darling, you are a work of art. She's absolutely a work of art. Oh, and this is paper that I got from a journaling kit, and she loves to do journaling. So this was all fun. In the back of this one, I decided to do a belly band and just tuck. This is actually, I just took some cardstock and folded it in half, and that's in the back. And then for this one, again, I did the same thing. So she has scrap paper, but it's a little bit bigger. And then again, there's actually two pockets back here if she wants to tuck things back here. She could tuck credit cards or library cards or whatever. And again, this slides out, so when it runs out, she can put some more in there. That's just plain white paper. So that is the other Traveler's Notebook folio that I made. So I hope you enjoyed these folios. If you want to make your own folios, feel free. I will post in the comments below the link to Nick the Booksmith's YouTube channel, and from there you can find her teachables. She sells several classes. They're great. I highly recommend them. Grab any of those. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I know I'm loving using mine, and I hope LaQuisha, hi LaQuisha again, enjoys her notebook as well. Have a great day. Bye.